art expresses what words cannot express, when somebody sings, when somebody draws, when somebody writes a book, when somebody expresses their pain, their resilience, their history through art, it goes way beyond just being an expression, but it becomes now the memory itself. And it is truly deep-rooted in finding ways to express what we feel, because again, in such a tragic time, everybody experiences every single day, every single grief, every single remembrance differently. So art is one of the things that actually bring us together to have the feeling and the understanding of how deep really the cut was in such a time. So, but again, art becomes also a torch to the truth, a torch to the right intention of the creation itself, because art has been used in the past, especially in the genocide against the Tutsi, to be what ignited people to commit the genocide. So when we express now, we must make sure that we also bring about the awareness of how bad talent without awareness or art without awareness can bring harm as well. It goes hand in hand because history books brings fact, it brings knowledge. But healing is in itself truly deep-rooted in emotion. And so art is one of the ways where a person can express what they have really gone through or what they are going through, but also be able to invite other people to come and find themselves. Because one of the things that we go through as artists when we are creating, when we are singing about such a time, is that you realize you must and cannot neglect the fact that you must carry the burden of the message, of the topic that you're about to sing about or you're about to draw or talk about. And so how do you take what's written in the history book as fact? Because truly a person can read a history book and keep on going with their day. But when you invite them in art, then they are able now to feel more than the knowledge itself. They are able to feel the silence, the pain, the humanity, and what the humanity has gone through in such a time. And so it is something that has to go hand in hand, which is what gives the huge responsibility to artists in such a time, to not put the microphone on the side or their pencils or their creativity on the side in such a time, but also bring about their talent to rebuild humanity. For example, speak from my side, the songs we've done in the past, but also the communities where we brought those songs to. It's such a time where communities gather to remember together and also even help even the youth to understand history through the things they love to do. Because as a child, how do you explain that a mother killed a son? How do you explain that a neighbor kills another neighbor? How do you explain that people were killed because of how they look and how they were born? Those are such topics that sometimes are hard to express in the human conscience, that sometimes you need a tool as art to be able to put it all together through a piece that is consumable to the human brain and human mind. So it is going well, and it is also not enough. We need to do more. We need to write more. We need to create more and bring awareness towards what happened in Rwanda. As an artist, before creating, you must understand the burden of what you're going to create about, the topic. So you must understand that truth is important.
Sure.
Bringing awareness to the truth and the fact of what has happened is very key. Second is respect. Art can be constructive and can be harmful at the same time. So you must pay respect to the victims of the genocide against the Tutsi. There are people who lost their lives. There are people who've lost their families. There are people who sacrificed more than everything. There are people now who are still living but has disconnected with life because of such tragic time. So it's important that you pay respect to the community around you, and before you give your art, also think twice. Is it building or it's about destruction? And thirdly is intention. You must be having an intention to rebuild. Because in creation, the intention you have before you create really brings itself to life in your art. If you are, if you're thinking, I want to put my contribution, then really in your creation you will start to think around that. And so truth, very key, respect, and being intention. Attention is not important as intention.